Hey everybody, Tim here, Overlanding for Fun and 2019 Pokemon Go champion. Well, just a couple days ago, Friday to be exact, at about 7 o'clock I posted a video about ham radio and emergencies and having that kind of gear with you when you're out on the road. And I said that we were only 1 minute away from a natural disaster, 1 minute away from a man-made disaster, and 1 minute away from a geopolitical event. Well, that happened. And little did I know, just a few hours later that night, we would be woken up to a tornado ripping through our town. So here we are, it's a couple days later. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some photos in of some of the damage around our house, but it's not gonna be too detailed on anybody's particular property, just out of respect to them. And I do apologize, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but we've got people running generators to keep stuff running in the house. Now the good news is that myself, my family, and as far as I know, in our community, nobody was injured. So that's the good side to it. But the downside is what do you do? Now, this happened at roughly 11:30 on Friday night. We lost power, and the storm went through almost immediately. Here it is, it's Sunday, and the best guess I got, and I'm not knocking the electric company because these guys are out working around the clock, and actually in the next county over from us, the town over there is almost half obliterated. So I'm not knocking the power company because they're doing a great job, but here it is, it's 2 days later, we still don't have power, and the best guesstimate right now is actually going to be Monday night sometime. So what do you do? Now our house, fortunately the weather's kind of nice. It's sunny right now, it's about 55. Last night it did drop down in the 30s. So it got a little chilly in the house, but what do you do? Now my big concern for me is I have a CPAP machine and I got to power it. So I talked about in that previous video, which I'm going to go ahead and put up here so you can check it out. But one of the things I talked about was having a battery for my ham radio. So this has got the Anderson power poles on it, and kind of set up to plug into there. But today I was like, well, what do? I've gone 2 nights without the CPAP machine, and if any of you guys or gals have to use a CPAP machine, you know how disrupted your sleep can be when you don't have it. So I can handle a couple days of it, but I tell you what, tonight I'm going to sleep with it. So what I did was I ran into the store and I bought an inverter. So when I do get this video up on YouTube, it'll be done through my iPhone and not Adobe Premiere Pro. So the editing is probably not going to be so great. So I bought this 410 watts. Now, honestly, there's not much in the way of stuff left in the stores right now. But I got this. I did make a modification. I'd also mentioned in the previous video that I'd added some 30 amp circuits to the back. And primarily that was to bypass the Bronco's battery management system. So I can run right off the battery without the extra interference of stuff and having it decide that it needed to turn the battery off early. So I did that, and right now I'm running this thing. Obviously I have 2 young children, and their only entertainment right now is their tablets or iPads. So I have them reading books and stuff like that, playing puzzles during the day while the sun's out. But we've got 2 tablets right now that we're charging, and it's doing a great job. We're going to take the battery, we're going to plug the pigtail off the meter into the battery. It's going to provide DC to the inverter. Inverters are about 80% efficient, so we're going to lose a little bit of our power. It's going to come out 120 volts DC, go down the power cable to the power brick for my CPAP machine, and then get converted back into DC. So what I'll do in the future is go ahead and get a direct DC adapter for my CPAP machine. I've never had a situation like this come up. Now the good news is, if there is good news, we'll have our power back soon. Heat is so-so. We have gas appliances, so I can't use the oven, but I can, light the stove top with a lighter. We have a hot water heater that's gas, so at least we have hot water. We can take showers. And like I said, the upside of it is, although there's property damage and some people's homes are destroyed, the good news is that there was, at least as far as I know, no reported loss of life in our community. So we'll get through it. So, but that was just, I wanted to talk about this just briefly and get this up. And probably the more ironic part was, like I said, Friday night, I posted that video. I actually filmed it on Thursday, talking about how, we're never more than a moment away from a natural disaster, man-made disaster, geopolitical event, and having resources like this available in case you need them. So take that all with a grain of salt, and I'm going to jump out of here and get back to enjoying the sunny weather for what we have left. All right, that's it for this video. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this stuff, and hopefully everybody's doing good, and we'll catch you on the trail one day. Tim out.